that I was like I needed to share, and so I need you to watch this. I'm gonna send this to you, but I need you to watch this so that the viewers can see. So this is a surprise, somebody you know very well.
Remember when he told me about following his two sites, like how his two sites work and all. That was a really touching story. Yeah, someone that is always consistent, is ready to work and productive. So he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Let me see, it's Charlie. He's also an insider. Doesn't like coming out. If he's coming out, then he has to be something productive. Yeah, so that's one thing I like him on. He's always willing to work. Whenever I call him, I'll be like, Charlie, are you free? Can you do something for me? It's urgent. You'll be able to deliver. He'll be like, yeah, sure, boss. I'll just laugh. I'll be like, okay. You let me come and meet you so I could like put it through. I know. The cool guy is yeah. My core piece of advice for him would be he should continue doing what he knows how to do best. He should continue being consistent and productive. Yeah, and he should continue working hard. Definitely one day he'll get to where he's going to. So that's all for now.
I'm almost tempted to say that sounds like my friend David, but midway I was like,
So,
ah, who could this
so
be?
that is Simon Igor. I reached out to Simon Igor,
Wow.
and Simon Igor could not like, oh, hey, it's a child. Yeah, and I'm like, I told him what this was about, and told him, please don't spoil it. I know, because I'm like, I'm just reaching out to you out of the blue. You be like, oh, you want to get a confirm and contrast, please. I shared the
Ah,
graphics with him. I'm like, this is real. I'm not trying to scam you. Yeah, it's real. And
wait,
he was able to
sorry
comply.
to sorry to interrupt. Is it Simon Ikigo, the drone pilot, the professional drone pilot?
Yes. He's Simon Ikigo. Sorry, I got the name, the,
Wonderful.
the last name
Nice
wrong.
one.
And I read the time with
Oh,
Ikigo, and I was like, I need this surprise element because there was somebody I tried to reach out to. I'm gonna tell you outside the stream, not to put the person on blast, but we couldn't get that. We couldn't get that person. I'm grateful, as a content creator, and also, breaking of rules. You need to have plan A, plan two, plan C. Anyone that you take. So I'm grateful. At least we got this done, and I was like, "This might be it," and we got this done. And obviously, this full clip will be sent to you too, for you to reach out to, and obviously reach out to him and all. So shout out to Simon Ikigo for this opportunity to have him featured here on this podcast. And obviously, Simon Ikigo would be also coming in on the podcast soon. We are working on a time for that, but. What comes to mind watching somebody say this about you, and from your reaction, they're like, "Somebody Higo," like it's something that you should. That says a whole lot about you as a personality. What comes to mind when you get to see something like this?
it helps me know I'm on the right path because but
Mm,
Simon Kigo is someone I look up to. He's an experienced drone pilot, very
yeah,
experienced professional drone pilot, and
yeah.
for me, I find my access to him as a very great opportunity. So hearing
Mm.
him say this and even realizing that you're able to reach out to him to get this feedback, it helps me know I'm actually doing something right. I'm actually doing something right, and I am very, very grateful for the kind remarks.
So this is a shout out to Simon Ikigo. Thank you so much, Mr. Simon, for doing this. And Inch, the time we talked about, the time you gave me, and I'm not trying to get into that. So, right before we end this, right when we have this few for you to get back to your work, sorry for eating into your time. Inc. If this was supposed to be, if this is the last conversation you ever have, what would you want to people to remember about you? And what would you want to say if this was the last conversation you will ever have? hypothesis.
If
Maybe I should
this
put
was the
this.
last
I should
conversation,
maybe. Okay. Now let me put it in a way that you
okay,
the last one. If this was the last conversation you ever had, what would you want people to never forget about you?
if this was the last conversation I ever had, one thing I would want people to never forget about me is that I am a hustler that believes in process and
Mm.
I trust process. I think anybody that knows me now, like have been with me for a long period of time, know that that's my way. I grind as hard as possible to make sure that everything is meeting due diligence and we are making the money that needs to be made and also touching the lives that needs to be touched. So yes, the process
So
guy, that's me.
the process guy. There you have it. That is Inch. This is Samuel Lyon. This was the Chronicle Podcast live on Hello Media. Inch, thank you so very much for being on here today. This might have been the first. This is definitely not going to be the last one here. And we had so much in there to get into, but I love this man so much that I have to respect this man's time. I need to respect everything this man had to do here. And if you love this, sound off in the comment section, like, share, subscribe this Hello Media, spread the word. And if you want this man for part two, which I definitely want this man for part two, you know what to do. Sound off and get to do that with you. Thank you so very much, Finch. Thank you for joining me on this pod. I
Thank you
actually
very much.
absolutely love you. Thank you so much. Shout out to King. And this was the Chronicle Podcast.
Thank you very much.